time to do that boating thing again. Well, this is the first proper trip of 2024, mostly because the weather's been terrible, partly because I've been very busy. Boat's been out twice. In fact, we had one river trip with my niece and her partner and my sister, which I was in films, that's a bit of a family thing, and I had one run out just to try out some of the new toys a couple of weeks ago. But this is the first time I'm actually going out just to do a nice bit of proper boating, so I'm looking forward to it. It just feels really good to be back on the water again. Sun's out, we're just motoring very gently down the Dart because we're waiting for the ferry to go past, and that is that chap there, just drifting across in front of us. He's bigger than us, he gets right away. We do have to be a little bit careful with this ferry. I don't know whether you can see them. You can see them actually at the front. It's actually on cables. You see the cables coming up to the thing, and then they come along and then they drop off the back and dip back down to the seabed again, or the riverbed I suppose. So obviously you don't want to get too close because the cables are coming off the back at an angle. So we'll give them a nice wide berth. Thusly. If you're floating your boat in, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. Because honestly, they look like they're having a whale of a time, and quite right too, because they're on this river every bit as much as I am or the super yacht further up is, and that is the joy of this. It's the fact that, yeah, okay, you can do it with bigger boats and more comfort and more money and all of that, but you're still on the same bit of water and you're still having the same kind of fun. That's what makes this fantastic. We have a cruise ship in the river. Look at this, Le Boreal. It's mind-numbing, the idea of bringing something that size into here, turning it round and then berthing it. We've got a ferry on this side of us, and we've got the tender to the cruise ship coming out over here. It's all going on. He's going to come around behind us, I think. Excellent. Fantastic. There's the passenger ferry just behind him coming across. We are clear of him, but we've also got then the car ferry, the lower ferry it's called, as it's a bit low down the river, coming out over here. Plenty to be keeping an eye on today, that's for sure. So we'll slip in behind him. No chains on this one, I use a tug. We'll be golden. And that one there is another little ferry that goes between Dartmouth Castle and Dartmouth. Just trundles backwards and forwards. There's a couple of those going in the summer. Guys going behind us. And there's that fella heading off. Pirates aboard. Fantastic. This is the banquet boat going past this little chap here, and what they do is you hire them, I guess for a few hours all the day, and they take you out for a river cruise and feed you a feast. That's fantastic, isn't it? And this is the Royal Dart Yacht Club, and you can see all the sailing boats there. They do a lot of like dinghy racing and that kind of thing, and the one design stuff. So all those there are toppers with the top hats on the sails. Not quite sure what these ones are, I can't tell from here. But yeah, a lot of fun. I used to do a lot of sailing there back in the day when I were a lad. I had a mirror dinghy there. I used to race it. Tender age of about 13, 14, I should think. I've been on this river, man and boy. Remarkable. My father kept a sailing boat, little 22-foot Hurley 22 sailing boat down here on the moorings, which we would disappear off in the summer for a couple of weeks. All four of us, myself, my sister, parents, even the dog, on this tiny little boat, much smaller than this one we're on today, and sailed to Falmouth and back usually. I mentioned the little ferry that goes from the Dartmouth Castle down to the to Dartmouth itself. Well, that's another one, and they pick up off of those steps over here. It looks like he's just waiting to go in and do exactly that. And there's the castle itself, of course. The plan today is a gentle run round to Brixham. Greg and Sally down on their boat, going to meet up with those guys. Might then go out and do a little bit of boating with them, take both boats out, and then perhaps fish and chips in Brixham, and an evening run back round to the Dart is what I favour at the minute, but as ever these things are very flexible. We'll see how we get on. The wind conditions are easterly, which is not ideal because it picks up a bit of a swell. It's an onshore wind basically, but fairly light, so I'm hoping we won't have too much of that, and predicted to drop as the day goes on, so again hoping it'll get better as the day gets on rather than worse. There's a little bit of swell out here today, a tiny bit of white water on the edges, but I don't think it's enough to trouble us. We'll see when we get further out. At the minute it's still fairly sheltered in here. Okay, we are out at harbour limits. You can just see a 5-knot marker buoy over there. So we're just easing past that now. So we will get some power on, see how we get on. Here we go. These new zip weight trim tabs, I'll do a proper video on those at some stage, but these are brilliant. They're keeping the nose down, keeping us nicely on the plane. We're only doing about 14 knots, and it means that going into a little short chop like this, it's not rough, but it's enough to make it a little bit uncomfortable, and it just means we can hit it nice and slow and keep the bow down, and it's doing that absolutely brilliantly. I have to say, I'm pleased with these, really pleased. Turning across it a little bit now. Ferry head is up at a distance there. River Dart is in there. And we are doing about 12 knots, but I think we can pick the pace up a little bit now. Here we go. Wind the tabs off. And we're away. Oh man, it feels good to be back. Brixham Breakwater, Brixham Town, destination. Absolutely fantastic. God, this feels good. This feels so good. And I am loving this new sound system. This is kick-ass. So happy to be back out here. So happy. It does cost a ridiculous amount to run a boat, even one like this, but my God, it's worth every penny. It's what it's all for. All that travelling, all those flights, all those videos. This is what it's all for. Okay, fenders are out. Thusly, walks are in place. Look at this guy planing in the harbour. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Oh well. 6 knot speed limit. Never mind. Brixham Hoe. Now you may hear, believe it or not, occasional cannon fire, and that is because it's Pirates Weekend in Brixham, and indeed you can see a pirate ship right ahead of us just there, and that looks like Sue and Matt in front of it. That little boat just there. Huh, fantastic. It is, you know, I thought so. Nice princess boat in here. In fact, not just a nice princess boat, the princess boat. This is the one we did the charter on, I'm sure it is. And we've done a yacht tour of this one that had the sea tag treatment. It's got to be, hasn't it? Yes, Princess 72 it is. Look at that, lovely. If you've not seen our charter on that boat in Mallorca, check it out. It's fantastic. Right, let's go and find our berth, which is not, in fact, down here, I've just realised. Let's turn around. Here we go. Try to put this track coming in. There we are. Alrighty. Wow, that was cannon fire. We are on C8. And there's Greg. Okay, I have to do this without using the bow thruster now, because that would just be cheating. I like, yeah. I was just saying I have to do this now without a bow thruster, so that, you know, because it's... Exactly that. And one-handed. I'm used to that though, one way or another. Alright, here we go.
Boat looks awfully clean. Embarrassed.
How about that?
Yeah, that'll do, won't it?
Yeah.
Sorry about the lack of red carpet.
Well, you know,
Did have a word.
expect better, but not to worry. There we are.
Got you.
Lovely. Totally nicely. Thank you very much. Right, let's go and tie it. Well, lunch has been lunched, and now we're going out for a play. Greg and Sally have just left the berth, and I'm going to go out and find them. And then we're going to go for a nice run out across the bay, maybe down towards Teignmouth. That's about the plan. But Brixham, you can't see it from here, is overrun with pirates. I mean, just chocker. I don't know if you can see them there on the walkway around the edge. It is wall-to-wall pirates. There's a big princess going around that corner, and I think a V55. Check that bad boy out. Okay, fenders are in, tenders in the raised position, the sun is coming out, and I think the wind is dropping, and all is well. Nice big sea lion coming in. Fantastic. Sail levy. Okay. I see what you did there. Oh, look at this wash. Oh my god. This is what happens when you're half on the plane and half off. You end up with a monumental wash. You're best to be on the plane or off it. Okay, good. Right, onwards. As I say, once you're up planing properly, you're not shifting too much water, and when you're going slowly, of course, you're definitely not, but halfway in between you are shoveling an awful lot of water out of the way. Another princess coming in. Very nice, very nice. And there's Greg dead ahead. We'll let this guy go around because he's got right of way. As he's approaching from our starboard side, we should go astern of him. There we are. You see what you know how. So that's a bigger boat than the Sea Lion, but it's actually up on the plane, so his wash will actually be smaller. Famous last words, we'll find out in a second. Yeah, see the difference? There is still a reasonable sized wash there, but that is a rather different experience, isn't it? So it's not a criticism of the Sea Lion, it's just a statement of fact. If you're half and half off the plane, you chuck up a massive amount of wash. It's not a efficient way to run a boat, shall we say, but when people are slowing down, they do tend to run at that speed sometimes. Anyway, there's Greg. Let's go over and see what's happening. Okay, we have caught up, met up, and we're off. Off we go. This is where we're going, Anstey's Cove. We're hoping it's going to be sheltered in here, but it's kind of hard to tell. This wind is very onshore, so I'm not sure anywhere it's going to be that sheltered, but we'll have a look. Take a view. We've just decided it's just a little bit too rolly to moor side by side, so it's okay, but every now and again you get a couple of bigger ones coming in and it all sways around a bit, so they're going to anchor there and I'm going to go and visit one tender. How about that? There's co-steering going on over there. These guys here are doing lots of jumping in and swimming around and climbing up cliffs. A bit chilly for that. A bit too adventurous for me. Anyway, we're going to launch the tender. Here we go. In she goes. We're launched.
The Burnham and his tender in perfect harmony. Marvellous. This is the moment that Nicholas has a swim. Oh, and he's in. Very sensible. We're here. Beautifully manoeuvred.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've come to get harbour dues.
Yes.
£1,000, please.
Oh, can I put it on my tab?
I'll take a card.
How close to this business?
Well, that's a very good question. You have to call that far ahead. I think there's a card here. Yeah.
This could be comedy gold.
We've always promised if I go in that we'll film it. This might be the day. Oh, it's too tight. We need to just drop alongside. A little bit less. Let it go a little bit. A bit more. There we go. Lovely. Theory. Right.
And he's in.
Woohoo!
How disappointing.
I won't get back yet. Very good. Thank you, Sally.
Well, thank you for visiting.
Nice to see you both. That's a nice boat over there. I'm going to visit that one next.
Well, that's been abandoned. It's ready for salvage.
I'm going to do that, exactly that. Right. Torquay next.
Torquay.
Good stuff.
Shopping, fish and chips.
See if I can get in here without causing too much embarrassment.
Please fall in. I mean, sorry, don't fall in.
That's the spirit. Right. Here we go. Toodle pip.
Bye.
Boy.
Look at that. Like a pro.
I've got an engine somewhere, which is a bit too much hassle.
Yes, I mean, it's only a short hop, really, isn't it?
It's quicker to do this than get the engine out.
Look at him go. Nick's having to think about this very hard. Ooh. Ooh. Bouncing. swift movement. Beautifully done. Well done, Nick. Good work.
Well, that was a pleasant hour or so at anchor, but we're going to roll on now. We're going to have to Torquay because it's just a little bit swelly in here, and also we're going to get some fish and chips. That's the next plan. Looks like the anchor's up over there. I shall go and do likewise. Up. Nice. Just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. What a joy, the joy of boating indeed. Look at that. Here's Torquay. Long time since I've been here. This is Torquay Marine's new visitor pontoons. So all this bit here, this T-junction, is new, and it's for people to come in and moor up when they're visiting, which I think is an absolutely fantastic idea. There's nothing worse than going somewhere and then not being able to actually moor up. So Greg, as we can see, is mooring in over there, and we'll go and see if we can join him.
And that's how you do it. You're like a gazelle there, Nicholas.
Nicely. And that is us moored up. So we're going to wander into town. We're going to pick up some fish and chips. That'll be dinner tonight. Oh, hello. Lost heading. Yeah, that's because we've stopped. You're all right. There we are. Yeah, and then it'll be a gentle cruise back down to Dartmouth and Nos later on. But this is a nice facility, this new berthing they've got here. This is great. Well done, MDL. Good job. We needed to show you this. This swan made its nest on a jet ski pontoon, so they fenced it all off to protect it, and there she sits, nesting. Isn't that fantastic? This is Torquay. This is the inner harbour, which is where I had my original boat, first of all, 10 years ago. So all this madness started. This is what we've come ashore for. It's dinner time. There we go.
Wowzers.
This looks good.
This, my friends, this is living.
Yummy.
Look at this. What a life.
Blue sky.
And there's Smuggler, waiting for the return trip. Well, that has been truly lovely. What a brilliant, brilliant day, and all that remains now is to have a gentle cruise back up the coast, back down the coast, back along the coast. Yes, that, and head back to Dartmouth. So happy days, happy, happy days. That's it then. Let's have a go. And that's it. Boat's all ready, fenders put away, lines put away, everything's secure and we're good to go. Just now, a nice gentle potter and some nice gentle music, and we'll head back to Torquay. Let's do it.
And I'm leaving you tomorrow.
Wow, look at this. Dreams is heading into Brixham. We're heading for the Dart. What a great day. See you guys. Fantastic. Okay, let's head for home. back into the Dartmouth harbour limits. Wow. Wow. That was just awesome. Absolutely awesome. Look at this. This is what we come boating for. This. Just total escape. There's barely the words for it. It's just fabulous. Fabulous. Nos on Dark Marina, this is Smuggler's Blues 2, over.
Smuggler's Blues 2, this is Nos Dark Marina, send them.
Good evening, Nos on Dark Marina. I've got a berth there on C12. I'm on my own on the boat at the minute, and there's a fair bit of tide running, and I wonder whether you'd be so kind as to come down and just put a stern line on for me, over.
Smuggler Blue 2, Nos on Dark. Yes, what's your arrival time, please?
I'm just below the higher ferry at the minute, so about 10 minutes.
Okay, that's all good. I should take me about 10 minutes to get there. I've just walked in the door, so stand by me and I'll be down there in about 10 minutes. I'll start out.
Yep, no problem at all. I know it's a bit of a walk, so I'll trundle up nice and gently, and I'll see you 10 minutes or after. Thank you very much. Smugglers out. There's pirates on that ferry. I don't know whether you can see them. Probably not. Way back from Brixton, no doubt. Fabulous. Basically, I gave the marina a shout because if you look at this buoy here, you can see the water sluicing around it, and that's fine, so we just allow for it. But the problem is you get into the berth, and by the time you stop the boat and got from helm to back to step off, put a line on, the tide's taken it away and punted it into the pontoon, so we don't want that. So the chap will just very kindly put a line on the stern for us and we'll be golden. I might have to put the camera down for this bit though, because this is it's going to be a little bit challenging, not too much, nice and still, just a bit of tide, that's the only thing we need to worry about. Let's see if our chap's here. Yes he is. Perfect. Right, let's pop you over here. Hello. If you can just put me that short stern line onto that corner, that's all I need. That's perfect. Here's my back corner. And that, my friends, has just been blissful. Just been blissful. I hope you've enjoyed that trip with me. First Smuggler's Blues trip of the year. And a good one, a good start. And here's to many, many more. Catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.